Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. And before I start this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. I'm the brother Tazaman Kamath. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teaches truth and rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that scatter abroad. And I just want to do a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, exhorting, inspiring to the true worshipers of Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. All right. And as you see on the screen, all right, you see Yahweh Shai, the angels, and you see nothing but destruction. All right. Two-thirds heathen, that's all going to perish in the fire. All right. And, this links to Revelation, the 14th chapter. All right, because we're entering to that time that's coming very near. Okay, when you go to Revelation 14 and 9, it reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image," all right, which the beast will go into this Roman system, or this beast system that we're in. The image will represent this New World Order. All right, and what's the main thing of the New World Order? Is to push this mark, okay? Which is getting everybody chipped, full control. All right. It says, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. All right. So if you take this charagma, this RFID hip, that's going to come because money's going to be done away with. And they want to change everything to a digital infrastructure. They want everything one way. All right. They want one banking system. That's just the main agenda of this devil. This is why they destroyed the Georgia Guidestones because they explain everything about this devil and his main plans. You gotta remember, this man wants to be like the Most High. All right, he sitteth in the temple of the Most High, thinking himself that he is the Most High. This man is going to be completely flushed. All right, all right, and anybody that abides with the system is going to be flushed with him. Right. So it says, and receive his mark in his forehead. Shalom. I just got cut off. Salakia. So, reading back Revelation 14 and 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receives his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Right? So this word indignation meaning righteous anger. And we know that Yahweh Bashem Shai is going to destroy all of America. Okay? And two-thirds that are in it is going to be destroyed. Two-thirds of Israel is going to be destroyed. When you go to, let's grab that real quick. Zechariah 13. So this is Zechariah 13 and verse 8. And it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land of where? The land of America, saith Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, so two-thirds of our people are going to die because ultimately they took a part of this system. They abided with this system. Okay, they trusted in this system. All right, and they ultimately they took the digital all. When you go into the all, meaning you have in complete servitude to your master. Okay, back in the ancient world, we will get a piercing in our ear. Okay, which shows that we were servitude to that master. All right, the same. Nothing new under the sun. Esau Edom is using the same technology, but it's in your hand or in your forehead. Okay, so he wants to put that digital all, which is the RFID chip, integrated into your body. Okay, so you can have full control over you, what to eat, when to sleep, all these things, man. Full total control. This is what this man wants, and this is what's coming. And these people have no idea that their pillar that is built upon sand is about to be flushed with this man. This man has a temporal kingdom. This man's kingdom is artificial, all right? And these people are not even ready for what's about to come, because, hey, all hell's about to break loose. A time like never before. A time, Jacob's trouble. Okay? But guess what? The elect is going to be saved. All right? And we're going to be with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the angels, seeing the wrath of the Most High, seeing the power of the Lord. Okay? That's why we're going to be Revelation 15. Lord willing, be part of that number. Revelation 15 and 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that have gotten victory over the beast and over the number of his name stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. So when we go back to this picture, okay, this picture signifies how we're gonna be with the Lord. Seeing this fire, destruction, seeing these people get burnt. All right, it tells you in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse, the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, and that the Lord, let's get that wave as a drop. Oh, yeah. 2nd Ezra 9 and 15. And it reads, and I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop. Okay? And you see that right here. Like as a wave is greater than a drop. Bro, all these people that completely, took the chip, they trusted in Esau, Edom, they ain't trusting Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They ain't trusted the power of Israel, man. The king of Israel, the omnipotent power. Okay? And so, Lord, when we be part of that elect, we're going to be looking down, seeing the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that lake of fire. Seeing America being destroyed in 1 hour, bro. Imagine that. Seeing 200 million warheads flying. Woo! Come on, bro. Like, the Lord is not coming to play. The Lord is coming to destroy, bro. And that's why everybody should be in fear. Because when you go to Isaiah 30, all right, what did the Lord say? Isaiah 30. Okay. So this Isaiah 30 and 1, it says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right. Ultimately, our people in America, if they're not of the elect or 1/3, they don't trust in the Lord at all. They don't believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They say they confess with their lips, but like the Lord said, their heart is far from him. Okay, their mind is far from the Lord. They don't really trust the Lord like they say they do. Because when this hour of temptation comes, we're going to see who really trusts in the Lord, who's willing to die for the Lord, bro. And ultimately, bro, these people, they want to save their life. And guess what? Those that come to save their life, they're going to lose it, bro. See, but we already lost our life, so it's going to be saved because ultimately Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gave us the victory. All right, but our people, they don't take counsel of the Lord, so they're going to add sin to sin. Esau, Edom is literally going to deceive you to taking this chip so you could be burnt by that fire, man. Verse 2, that walked to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right? Egypt is going to be your confusion. All right? This is the land of our captivity. Right? Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right? And we know that in the book of Isaiah 66 and 15, the slain of the Lord shall be many. Let's get that. Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, for behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh. And what's the Lord's sword? Come on, man. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, the thermonuclear fire. All right, these thermonuclear missiles. That's the Lord's sword. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, I have created the waster to destroy. Hey, also it tells you, my sword bathe. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. What other instrument can do that? The ICBMs, which stands for intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay? Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is the Greek word of saying Edom. Okay? So America is the resting place for Edom. And it's going to be completely annihilated from east to west, north to south. It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Who did the Lord curse? He cursed Cain. All right, and who did Cain come back to be? Edom. Okay, so they have the curse of leprosy. All right, that lack of melanin, that pigment, that red pigment, pink. Okay, that's why you can see their blood. That's why they turn red in the sun. All creation hates this devil. All right, the Lord cursed this man. That's why they get boils. That's why they turn blazing red. They come out red. All right, they're just ugly as fuck, man. The Lord just going to destroy them. All right, so this is the Lord's sword. All right, and he used Esau to make this instrument. Okay, so it says verse 16. So Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, judge all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. Okay, the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. The Lord is not coming to play. The Lord is coming to destroy and to burn these people. Let's grab Malachi 4. All right, low, and we could probably end it off on that, you know, because the picture in itself signifies the message, bro. The Lord is not coming to play. Okay, the Lord is coming to render his vengeance. Hey, scriptures say, the day of vengeance is in my heart, saith the Lord. Okay, so the Lord is not coming with peace. The Lord is coming with a sword, as the scriptures say. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. All right, everyone's gonna be turned to. If you're stuck in the soils of America, you're gonna be turned to dust, bro. That's why we prayed to Yahweh Shem Shai to show us mercy, and so we could be beamed up to see the power of the Lord, man. So, bro, we want to be protected, man. We don't want to be here when Babylon get burnt, get destroyed. Fuck out of here, man. Nah, bro, we want the Lord to show mercy upon us, man. To call upon our name and show mercy, right? It says, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and that day cometh that shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. And this is the great reset. Okay, 2/3 they don't want to get right. They're gonna have to get melted and be brought back, and that's mercy in itself. You know, 2/3 of our people, yeah, they're gonna get burnt on this side, but guess you're gonna come back in your right mind. Yeah, you're gonna have the shame, you know, and stuff like that. But look, hey man, we're gonna be glorious forever. But the Lord gotta destroy this fucking devil, bro. He gotta destroy Esau, Edom. He gotta destroy the so-called white man, woman, child, bro. He gotta destroy this country. He gotta destroy spiritual Sodom and Egypt, just like he did before, man. So his name could be respected. So his power can be respected upon the planet Earth. These people don't respect Yahweh Shem Shai. So the Lord's gonna show them. Okay? Hey, so with that, you know, Lord willing, this has been edifying, exhorting, inspiring to the hopeful, the true worshipers of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, till next time I say shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shem Shai Ba'ashem Kakudash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Shalom.